So, Season 18 already has a pretty spooky theme to it because Revenant Reborn is the main focus of this season. But also, Season 18 will run across the Halloween event, and this year it looks like the Halloween event will be a little bit different and a little bit more interesting. So first of all, we've seen some promo art for this year's Halloween event, and it says Shadowfall Productions instead of Shadow Royale. And if you didn't know, Shadowfall was the game mode that we got years ago back in Season 3 for the first ever Halloween event, and it was a little bit different to Shadow Royale because it was a solos game mode where there'd be 60 players all competing against each other, and when you die you would turn into a shadow form. But then when it got down to the last 10 players, they'd get in a dropship and they'd have to try and survive the wave of all 50 of these shadow forms. So it looks like in Season 18 we're going to be getting some version of Shadowfall, which is way more interesting than just basic Shadow Royale. And not only that, there were some Revenant abilities in the game files, but when we got Revenant Reborn, these abilities didn't add up to what we ended up getting, and that's because these abilities look like they're actually part of the Shadowfall game mode. Now, you might remember seeing all these abilities. It was the Seismic Prison, a Grenade Rev Shell, a Shadow Jewel, and a Shadow Form. And at first, yes, we did think these could have been Rev Reborn's abilities, but it turns out these will be abilities featured in the brand new Halloween game mode, and they might be specific to only Revenant, which could make Revenant even more fun to play during this event. So stay tuned for the Halloween event in Season 18. You know it's going to be a good one, and honestly, with the lore they've been doing recently, if this has lore involved as well, I'll be super hyped. But I can't wait to see what the Seismic Prison ability actually is. Maybe they ended up adding the 1v1 Gulag ability, and that's all that is. We'll just have to wait and see. But what are your thoughts on having new abilities in the brand new Halloween mode in Season 18? Because this is interesting.